Yo guys, welcome to Jersey Beast TV. This is Christopher Lopez, and in today's video we're going to be covering strength training for beginners. Now if you are new to strength training and you want to get really strong, I have a formula for you guys today that I think will work really, really well, and it's super basic and super simple to implement. It's not really complicated, and I'm going to give you examples on how you can set it up for yourself and how we can get this rolling. So if you're new to lifting, if you're new to training, you're in the right place. I think most guys get confused because there's so many conflicting information. There's so much conflicting information when it comes to training, getting strong, getting big. And the truth is it's not as hard as you think. What you need is a few things that are in place, and then once you have them in place, the results start coming in. I actually covered this in another video, but we're going to go through really quickly, and then we're going to jump into how you can create your workouts. So the first thing you need is to train, right? So which we're going to cover today. The second thing that you need is sound nutrition, enough protein, moderate carbs, enough calories. That's going to help you pack on the muscle mass and get stronger. And then the last thing you need is rest and recovery. This fly is killing me. This fly keeps landing on my head. So once you have those three things in place, the sky is the limit. And remember, you have to keep things simple. If things get too complicated, it's going to be too tough to implement. And if it's too tough to implement, it's going to be really tough for you to stick with. That's just the reality. It's anything. So first things first, training. What we need to do is figure out how we're going to structure our workouts, okay? The way I have this set up, it's really, really simple. The workout should take you like probably half an hour, really quick. There's no reason to be in the gym for more than 30 to 60 minutes, to be honest. If you're training really intense, that's enough time to get what you need to get done. So section A in your workout is a main lift. So we're talking squats, we're talking deadlifts, we're talking heavy rows, we're talking presses like overhead presses or bench presses. That main compound movement. Compound movements involve multiple joints. They involve multiple muscle groups to complete the movement. And they are usually, you get the most bang for your buck out of those. So we're gonna cover the compound movement first as your main lift. So let's just say, for example, for legs. We're going to do squats, right? Squats, do 5 sets, 6 to 8 reps, all right? 6 to 8 reps is a good rep range because it's not too low where you're going super, super heavy, and it's not too high. You're still getting enough of a challenge from the weight that you're doing. So 6 to 8 reps, 5 sets, 2 to 3 minutes in between your sets. Section B is an assistance movement. So this can be lunges, can be split squats, and can be leg curls on a leg curl machine. It can be RDLs. Any one of those other leg exercises. This one you're going to do 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. Okay? A little bit higher volume on the assistance exercise. The reason being is your legs are already taxed from the squats, and you don't want to go super heavy on the assistance stuff. You're better off, for the sake of being a beginner, sticking with a higher rep range for the assistance work. Focusing on better quality reps, focusing on a good contraction when you're squeezing the muscles. And then the last exercise, which is kind of like the curveball, is the odd object exercise or the strongman exercise, something that's not necessarily using weights. So for legs, sleds. I know what you're saying, Chris, I don't have a sled. So usually you can pick one up online pretty cheap now because everybody uses them. The other thing you can do is take a tire, an old car tire. We used to do this here at the pit before I had like money to buy stuff. You take an old car tire, you lay it on the ground, and you drill a hole through it and put a bolt, like an eye bolt, through the tread, and you can put plates in it. You can put a big sandbag on top of it. We used to put like a piece of plywood inside the tire that will act as a shelf so that we could put weights, like we could put dumbbells and stuff inside the tire. And then you just attach straps to that eye bolt and start dragging it around and scare your neighbors. Your neighbors will love that shit. So your odd object for section C. And the odd object is to do a couple things. Get your conditioning up. Give you a different feel than your regular weightlifting. It's going to feel way different than just lifting weights because you're using all your muscles, using your core, A lot of times with the odd object stuff, you're moving around. You're not just standing stationary doing a bench press or doing a squat. You're moving. So it gives it a different dynamic and different feel. All right, so that's for legs. Let's do another example. All right, let's do back. So bar rows. 5 sets of 6 to 8. Assistance work, you could do pull-ups, or you could do dumbbell rows, or you could do shrugs. So pull-ups or shrugs. And then your odd object, a great one is farmer carries. You grab a couple heavy dumbbells or a couple heavy kettlebells and you just walk. And remember, the further you walk, the further you got to walk back. So farmer carries. You just hold one weight in each hand and just nice and tall in the chest and shoulders, you can start going. Okay, and again, it's engaging your traps, it's engaging the shoulders, your grip, your forearms, and you got to engage your core, otherwise you're going to fall over, especially if the weight's heavy. A good rule of thumb for the farmer carries is to use half your body weight in each hand. So if you weigh, 200 pounds, you're going with 100 in each arm. It'll make it pretty tough. Let's do one more. We'll do one more. So chest, everybody loves chest, right? So we're going to do bench press, 5 sets of 6 to 8. Our assistance work can be incline dumbbell bench. It could be dumbbell flies. Everybody loves flies, so we'll put flies up here. 4 sets of 10 to 12. Odd object for chest. Now, this is kind of a tricky one. There's really not a lot of odd object exercises for your chest. But what you can do is do like a bear crawl. Bear crawls are great. They will get your heart rate up. They engage the chest, the shoulders, the legs, the core, everything. So I would do a few laps of bear crawls and call it a day. And again, you can knock this out in 30 minutes, 40 minutes, no problem. Taking a minute, 2 minutes in between sets. And I guarantee you, if you focus on quality reps and sets and not bouncing the bar off your chest on the bench, and not jerking your body up when you're doing rows, and doing full squats and not quarter squats, if you focus on high quality sets and reps, you will get brutally strong. And here's the other tip. When you guys are done doing this workout, the next week when you do it again, try and add one more rep with using the weight that you used, or add a little bit of weight to the next to the final set. So if you maybe let's say you did 135 on the bench for 8 reps, okay, last week. This week maybe you do 140. So you take those 2.5s, you throw them on each side, add an extra 5 pounds, and try and get in that rep range with 140. And that's the way that you progress the fastest, is if you try and progress each and every workout. All right, guys, if this video helped you, please like it, share it, comment down below, and subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the channel. Last but not least, I have a free gift for you guys on the right side of the screen. Click the link, put your email in. Just my way of saying thank you for being awesome, checking out my videos, watching my stuff, and being engaging. And that's all I got, guys. If you have questions, leave them in the comment section below if you have questions on this video. Or you can go to askbeast.com and there's a form on that site. I'll be more than happy to get your questions from that form once you submit it, and I'll put them up on a video on my channel. All right, guys, I will see you soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep it heavy.